to Dating and Relationship Advice. Today we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Can you get closure from somebody you truly love? Why manipulate somebody and go back and forth and keep on dating them when you already know some of the issues?
Well, because you're feeling the way you're feeling, he's still controlling you in a way. Because you're allowing it. Yeah, because I still do the same thing. I blame myself. And then I look back and I'm like, what am I blaming myself for? Did I push Beth into other men's arms? Even if they were married and living with their wives and kids. She chose to cheat. Even though she'll say she didn't. Yeah, she'll pick it apart just like Tom would. She'll go, I didn't cheat. I'm like, well, if you were texting each other, you're emotionally cheating
Right.
in my book. So if she wants to play semantics, and so does he, but then we can do that. We can play that game all day.
They knew it was going to hurt you, and they did it anyway. What other closure could you need? In the decisions they made, they chose to put your heart on the line when all you ever did was consider them. I'm not saying this for you to hate them. I'm saying this because you need to believe someone who is who they show you they are. You give people too many chances sometimes. You see the best in them and you want to believe that they just made a mistake. But a lot of mistakes are just choices, and choices become patterns. And I have a feeling if someone you knew loved them so much and they still have the ability to go out and hurt you, they would do it again. So when you're sitting on the bathroom crying or going for a drive, wondering, where's the closure? I just need answers. I just need something. And maybe you already have it. Maybe you got it the moment they made that decision. Because that was the moment you found out exactly who they are.
Yeah, what I don't get is why does she try so hard to push her way back into my life? Even if she says she hates me. And I'm untrustworthy, which she has no proof of.
Right.
Yet the same note, Tom's pushing his way by viewing all those cameras, and he's making a mental note just to collect information to bash you with. And I'm like, what's the reason? They both chose to leave, so disconnect. Like, what's so hard about that?
Right.
See, in the back of my head, I think they both think that, well, if this other relationship doesn't work, then I have a backup.
Do you know how scared I am of that?
Yeah, and you know how scared I am of that? So we're in exactly the same boat. And it's the Titanic that's sinking pretty quickly.
I'm terrified of the day he shows up here and says something to me. Terrified of the day that he would come back here and try that. Because as much as I maybe say no, 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 I don't know how strong I am if he's standing in front of me fucking crying those stupid fucking fake ass tears for me to truly say no. That scares the shit out of me.
And for me, I did that about 4 times. As soon as she didn't like something about this Rob guy who was married, she came back to me. It's like, I hate the fact that Rob's not leaving his wife. Well, no shit, he's using you. And I asked her cousin to help her realize. I was the idiot to try to help her after she fucked me over too many times.
Right.
But I think they do what they want to do. They're not gonna have people tell or suggest what they should do with their own lives because they think that they know better.
Right.
I don't know. See, I'm trying to figure this out just as much as you are, and I got caught up in all those alligator tears, so to say. It's like, I'm so sorry, this will never happen again, and then they promise something that they won't even honor or give,
Yep.
and then they do it again, and then I take her back again. I'm like, well, you broke your promise. Why should I take you back? She's like, well, I realized that you were the love of my life, and, she sugar-coated everything, and, yeah, so she started the love bombing thing.
Yep. Yeah, I know all about that.
But then it's kind of funny that she twisted back at me, like I'm the untrustworthy person, and I'm the one that lies all the time. I mean, do you know me to lie about anything?
No,
And you known me for ever since you dated Tom, what was that, 26 years ago or more?
more.
Right.
27, going on 28.
Yeah, so for me, I can't understand why she thinks what she thinks. Yeah, she wanted somebody that had her back, and regardless of what she did, I had her back.
If she said the grass was purple, I was there to support her.
Regardless of how many times she cheated on me or I mean, there was so many things.
Are you really going to find somebody that loyal at the same time support her? I think it's rare to find somebody like that.
Yeah, but those problems or those situations, it took 5 minutes and it destroyed the whole, relationship of 6 years.
Right.
It took her 2 seconds to figure out. I don't like you talking to Nicole because it makes me jealous. Because married men can cheat, and so can married women. So I don't trust people. So now I have to get rid of all my friends that I've had for over 20 years to date this person I've only known for, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Now it's 6 years.
Listen, I could see if somebody gave her a vibe and that person made her uncomfortable, but you can't tell somebody, listen, I'm all about boundaries, so if I'm dating somebody and I'm like, you know, I don't know how I feel about this person, and I get they've been in your life this long, I'll give it a shot, but if this feeling persists, like, we need to have a talk about this, because, I mean, some women, I don't know, I don't know, but to just be like 2 seconds into I met somebody, that's her own guilty conscience.
I think her perception is she does it, so everybody's going to do it.
I don't know. Is it bad to say that her issues aren't my problem? Even though I want to support her,
What do you mean by, like, her issues aren't your problem?
it's like she's constantly jealous. She's allowed to have men friends, but I'm not allowed to have women friends.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't work both ways.
Yeah?
I mean, for me, it's an individual basis. So, for me, it's, hey, you know what? I just feel like, I know this is your friend or whatever, but we're in a relationship now, so the whole, like, hugging and touching and touchy-feely, like, you know what I mean? Like, there could be certain things that you'd be like, as a woman, like, I don't know how much I appreciate that. And there could be discussions had like that. And I'm all about if somebody makes you uncomfortable, okie dokie. I hear you. I understand you. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it, whatever. But there's got to be, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
Well, I think
She just sounds like she wanted control of everything, and it was her way or no way, no matter what the situation. And I just, like I said, I got a vibe off of her at the party, and, I mean, you told me what it is, but I feel like there's something about her, and I can't fucking peg it, but I don't like it. And maybe it's the mom thing. In all honesty, it probably is the mom thing. I just have a hard time. I have a really hard time with people that can put their kids in certain situations. It's just who I am. I just feel like she wants control of every situation.
yeah, she does. How do you live life being a procrastinator with everything, where everything's not good enough, unless you do it yourself? Yeah, it's like Tom would say, I would have done it this way.
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
like, well, you do it yourself next time. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. It's this famous line. You're doing it wrong. It's always doing it wrong. I always did everything wrong. Didn't matter what it was. I was just always wrong. Never did anything right.
Yeah, but then you take that into other relationships, which is not the right thing to do.
No, it's not. It definitely isn't. But when you're used to it, I don't know. It's kind of like, so I'm gonna make him sound so bad, right?
Well, he's already.
Oh no, not Tom, Mike. So Mike sends me a message today. So he had called me and he's like, hey, I'm headed home from the party. He goes, unless things get crazy and I just decide, hey, I'm just going to come over tonight. He goes, I'll probably be there in the morning. He goes, I'm going to bring a bag. He goes, I'm more than likely going to stay there a couple days, which I had already planned, so whatever. And I'm like, that's fine. He goes, I'll be there in enough time. I said, that's fine, because we're doing the pond thing tomorrow. And people coming over for that. And she was just talking about the party, and then he's like, I told you, like, when I took him to that other party, I went to, remember, he's like, oh, so the girls hit on me, or blah, 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 right? Like, why, number one, why are you telling me that? Number two, whatever. So then he's like, yeah, he's like, it was a little overwhelming. He's like, you know, I've seen all these girls that I grew up with, and, you know, the one came in from Canada, and he's talking and talking and talking, and then he's like, and they're all hugging me and grabbing my face, and they're like, oh, you're so handsome, and I'm like, okay, like, all right, cool, whatever. I mean, I don't know why you're telling me all this. Like, are you trying to get a reaction, or I don't fucking know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So then he messages me later. He goes, hold on, let me pull it up so I can say it word for word. Not that I should forget what it said, but just a heads up, I'm going to need some blank before work tomorrow.
Okay.
What? I'm like,
Well, maybe he's stressed and that de-stresses him.
I don't give a fuck. What I wanted to answer him back was, so is that like a fucking two-way street? Am I allowed to fucking talk to you that way? Because I don't fucking talk to you that way.
Well, see, that's why I go back to, you got to teach people how to treat you. I mean, what are your triggers? You got to talk to each other and know that so he doesn't, or you don't trigger each other.
And why? Explain to me. I don't know. Maybe you can't explain to me. I don't fucking know. You're a man. Fucking say something to me. Because I'm really fucking lost. So, initially, it was like, okay, every 5 to 7 days, he was here. I get it. New thing. Blah, 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 blah. I get it, right? So now it's like, maybe, I don't know. I guess it never goes longer than 10 days. But now all of a sudden you just hang out here, nothing happens, and there's nothing until you're like, hey, I'm coming over for blah, 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 blah tomorrow. Like, dude, what the fuck? So you got to announce it before you come over, and it happens.
So you better be ready.
Well, that's pretty much what he tells me.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, that's not how it works.
And I want to be like, dude, like when we went to that party, like that's, I mean, listen, I was drinking and the shit was just fucking building up and we were joking and talking on the way out there and I really was like, okie dokie. So when we come home tonight and he's like, I'm going to take off. I'm exhausted. I'm like, the fuck just happened? And I get it was late and I get he was fucking exhausted, but what the fuck just happened? So then I get a message that says, so I'm coming over, I'm going to bed after I get out of work. He's like, I'm coming over around noon. I'm like, fucking noon? That's not even going to bed. You get out of work at 7:30. He's like, well, I can't exactly wait much longer. Well, motherfucker, you're the one that left the other night. So when he was here, I'm like, you're the dipshit that left. I'm like, and I wanted it the other night. I'm like, and the next night, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm so far away. Okie dokie, get in your fucking car and drive. Now all of a sudden it's when it's okay for you.
Yeah. Yeah, all that drama just makes me want to cut my penis off.
Oh my god.
I'm like, fuck this shit.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not like I use it anymore.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Well, fuck, I'm not attracted to anybody.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen, I have my own issues.
Yeah.
And it's all attached to Beth. Unfortunately, I was fine before her. I mean, once you find your match, it's harder to detach. And then after that, nobody else is really good enough because you start nitpicking on Oh, well, she doesn't like this and she doesn't like that. Because you're comparing it to every other relationship you've been in. And
Yep.
you know what you need and you know what you want. You know what makes you happy. But what made you happy was disappeared. And they have traumas of their own.
Yep.
And then you start playing the what if game with yourself.
Yep.
Yep, there's too many rabbit holes to fall into.
Yeah, there is.
And it fucking sucks.
And that's what makes me mad. Like, as much as I, like, fucking hate him right now, like...
I mean, you want to shake him sometimes, don't you? But,
Who, Tom?
yeah, it's like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Open your mouth.
Yep.
It's like, how long is he going to be, I don't know, upset about himself?
What I don't understand is, listen, I'm not perfect. There is not. You can't tell me that there is anybody, maybe right now in the moment, but there isn't anybody on the face of this planet that would have loved Tom the way I loved him, stood by him the way I stood by him, defended him the way I defended him, took care of him and put up with what I did all these years. I'm no idiot. I know any other woman would have looked at him with a big fuck you and walked the other way years and years and years ago. I know that, and I hate that about me. But I fucking love the man. And how do you walk away from that? How do you walk away from having that?
Well, see, the fact that he doesn't realize it, because I can say the same thing with Beth. I know her deepest, darkest secrets, and if you hide it with everybody else, and everybody else doesn't know that history, then they're going to accept him. Like,
Yeah.
any stranger off the street isn't going to know his personality
Right.
until he chooses to show it.
Yeah. True.
I don't know. It's all about smoke and mirrors, right?
I'm over it. I just wish there was like a fucking off button.
Yeah,
Turn
there
it
is.
off.
For me, there is. There was a couple of routes that I wanted to go because therapy doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through, what, 4 programs and 56 psychologists, therapists. If they can't relate, they're not going to be able to fix you. They're like, well, they don't like you. They moved on, so why are you still thinking about it? And I'm thinking to myself, because you don't get it.
Right.
Yeah, because you never been in love with somebody that deeply or connected with somebody like that.
Right.
Yeah, the other thing I thought about was hypnotism. I don't know if I believe if that even works or that's just
It
pretend.
does. Believe it or not, it does work. I will tell you it does work. I tried it for smoking, and no joke, it does work. And I tried it in trauma therapy, and I think you have to, like, fucking give into it and believe in it. It does work. I mean, did I quit smoking? No, because, you know, I just started back up. But I can tell you that I didn't believe it either till I was, like, so fucking freaked out in my one therapy session. And then the same thing with the smoking thing. Like, you have to somewhat give into it in order for it to work, because if you don't believe it and you're just laying there like, okay, so am I supposed to be sleeping now? You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work for you. But I can tell you that somebody who didn't believe, it does work. It kind of freaked me out, not going to lie.
It's like, how do you give into it when you're expecting something to happen?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because now, don't say anything because I'm saying this phrase, because I know what everybody thinks, but the only other option that I know of is death. It's the only way of stop thinking about this somebody that you can't have.
Listen, I know the feeling, because where I was, you can't.
What do you mean you can't?
You can't do that.
Why can't you?
Because you can't.
There's no reason. So
There is, though. How many people would be devastated if something happened to you right now?
nobody.
Shut the fuck up. First off, I'm sitting right here. I would be mortified if something happened to you. So there's one. You have a sister, right?
Yeah, but she has a life of her own. My
Shut
kid.
up. No, I'm going to stop you because who do you sound like right now?
I don't know. Who do I sound like?
You sound like Tom right now. You just used his line about his children. She's got a life of her own. It doesn't fucking take away the fact that...
Well, see, the difference is the kids want him in their lives. My kids choose not to. Even though
My kid...
I fight for it all the time, I text them with no comments back. And I know they're reading the text because, their mothers respond, and when I ask them certain questions, they've seen the texts and he reads them.
Right.
So if they don't give a shit, what else is there?
Well, Tom's dealing with the same shit with his kids right now.
Well, that's his choice, though.
It is his choice.
I don't have
But
a choice.
whether they have... Like I said, so there are people that would be absolutely fucking devastated if something happened to you. Whether you believe that or don't believe that or think they have, their own fucking lives, which is, I hate that saying, something happening to you is going to extremely affect them and their lives and the lives that they are living that you say they have other lives. So you not being around anymore is going to change the whole course of their lives.
I don't really believe that. I mean, there's certain instances like me and you. We can relate big time. So me and you benefit by talking to each other. So I think I'm making a difference in your life. And that's the only person right this second that I can think of.
Bullshit, Brian.
Everybody else
Tell
doesn't
me
care.
your sister wouldn't be fucking mortified. Your sister called up to the hospital terrified that something happened to you.
Well, because she has anxiety, and we just recently started hanging out.
And she was still worried about you. And then there's your mom.
Oh, my mom's a different story. You don't even want to get into that one.
Oh, God.
Here, let me give you a hint. So my stepfather is in a home because my
Right,
mother
you told me.
mother put him there.
Right.
So she's making comments to my sister, my mom saying to the fact that I can't wait until he dies.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because she's annoyed by all the problems that she has to deal with. She doesn't want to go over there and deal with him. She doesn't want to spend any more money. So we're talking to another narcissist, if you know what the definition of it is.
Yeah.
It's all about herself and what benefit she gets. Just like Tom, just like Beth. You met my mom. Yeah, you met my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you can see this, but she projects a fake persona. It's like, hi, how you doing? Oh, let me give you a kiss. And then she turns around when nobody's looking. She's like, oh, I wish Buddy was dead so I can live my life. I'm like, really? That's still your husband that raised your kids with you. So it's just like Beth, she's all happy and smiles with everybody else. Until behind the scenes, she's a man-hater. She hates every man is a liar and cheater. That's the thing that sticks in my head, including myself. Even though I've never cheated, I've never lied, and I've proved it to her over and over again. It's like, here's the text messages. I don't know if you know about this about me and Tom, but, we were in, professional wrestling like it's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's told you about that?
I don't think he's... Okay, keep going, because I don't know, maybe. I don't know if I believed him, so I don't know.
Yeah, because he was working in a machine shop. He knew a guy named Terry, but his nickname is Terry the Bear. So he was a professional wrestler. And there's the Great Lakes Wrestling Association was up here, and he set up the ring, and I was the one who actually wrestled. So,
okay.
And I wanted to bring him in, where we were tag team buddies. I was Lightning and he was Thunder. And we made up all kinds of names and had fun with it. And I was thinking that would be a source of getting rid of his anger.
Right.
Because he was able to beat the shit out of people.
Right.
But he doesn't know how to fight. I'm like, what the fuck? Tom with the biggest mouth in the world
Uh-huh.
doesn't know how to fight. So I picked him up like a rag doll, and he was like, I can't believe you just did that. Because he didn't think I can do that.
Right.
So Beth thinks I'm lying. And it almost sounded like, you think that was a story he told.
No, I don't know what. I don't remember, in all honesty. I want to say, like, I think I remember him saying something, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Because I was hoping to be that positive figure, and he relieved a lot of stress on a lot of the things that we did together. Whether it was going out dancing and he's got a new dance move. But once he married you, and I came up to you, it's like, can you get Tom to go out more often? And I'm like, fuck, he does whatever he wants to. It's like, let's go out dancing. And he just chooses to be like an old man and doesn't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And maybe he just did it because I was doing it and he's trying to blend in.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I just sit back and I think, like I said earlier, or I guess I was trying to say, like, he was so involved in the sports and his kids, and I don't understand, but, where it mattered, like, if they were in the hospital or they were sick or they were anything, it was like, nope, I dealt with all that. Like, he wouldn't even go to the fucking hospital. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not really supportive. Because in the back of my head, I think it doesn't benefit him to do that. It doesn't give him the high that he needs or the endorphins that are running through his system. It's almost like he's looking for the next best thing all the time. You can't say I don't know anymore. Because you blame me of being like Tom. Let's say you don't want to admit. I mean, when you're in a relationship, you look past a lot of things.
Yeah.
You'll think maybe it'll go away.
True story.
Yeah, so I wouldn't blame you that you wouldn't trust what comes out of his mouth. Because he's done it so long. I don't know if I want to say he's lied, but maybe there's partial truths to make him feel comfortable.
Right.
It's like the story about his truck was moved behind the boat. That's why you didn't see it, but I was there. I forgot what that story was from.
Oh, when he said he was at his mom's while he was supposedly out there hunting.
Right.
And his car wasn't there at all.
Or you shouldn't assume his new wife beaters were something for something else.
Right.
It's almost like, Beth or Tom wanted you to prove the fact that they're lying. It's like, prove it to me. But then when they turn it on you, you have to prove it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they can lie and cheat, so could you. Even though that's not part of your personality. Or that's not part of my personality, at least. I'm not a cheater or a liar, not on purpose. So then it's kind of funny that I brought that up because it reminds me of something else. So she starts playing semantics, if you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Or she starts nitpicking.
Right.
And when I talk to my mother, I go, at least when I call her, I tell her, yeah, everything's fine here. At the time, I just chose not to say, Beth is doing this, Beth is cheating, Beth is going out with this man that's married, but do you want to really tell that to your mother?
Right.
And then she puts it back on me. It's like, why don't you tell the truth? I'm like, there's something called tact.
Right.
So then in turn, she uses that against you, or Tom would use that against you. It's like, well, if you lie, then I can lie. Those are totally different things. It's like choosing to not worry your mother and your family that you're going through a lot of things is a little bit different than I'm going to choose to deceive you and start cheating on you. I'm like, oh, now we got to play this game? It's like both of their morals and values are out of whack.
Pretty much. I know Tom's are.
I mean, for me, if it's okay to choose to destroy yourself, but if you start bringing down other people, like your kids, other family members, that becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's a huge problem for me.
And then you just gotta say, what the fuck? Yeah, there's a movie that originated, where you gotta say, what the fuck? That was, Tom Tom Cruise in it.
I hate Tom Cruise. Never a fan.
Risky Business, that's what the movie was called.
Oh, God.
Sometimes you just gotta say, what the fuck? I mean, is it bad that I wanna tell Beth's husband how much of a liar she is?
No.
I mean, I'm not trying to be selfish, but you know, she has a tendency of hurting other people.
Yep.
But then again, it's not my responsibility to save people. And then I'm thinking what Beth would say. It's like, I don't like people that retaliate. And I'm like, oh, that's a controlling thing. So if you do bad things, I'm not allowed to retaliate. But you are.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm trying to protect other people's feelings.
Right.
Because you don't know how to fix yourself.
Right.
And I was willing to help, but you don't give a shit.
Right.
I did that with Tom, and now I did that with Beth, and it's the same old routine.
Right. Yeah. I know. Oh, this fucking idiot messaged me today
Who's the idiot?
when I went out with last night.
Oh, yeah.
He messaged me pictures of a fucking scene where a guy blew his fucking brains out that he's working on today. I was like, okie dokie. Dude, were you in the same spot I was yesterday? Because,
No. I'm thinking he's normally awkward, and hopefully you'll accept him on who he is, but you guys can't relate, and that is what it is, right?
you know, like, he told me that story about fucking pretending he had COVID while everybody was fucking freaked out. I'm like, ugh. I told my daughter that. She's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah.
Some people are all about the likes and making that kind of money. But I would never admit it, doing that.
He didn't even make any money off of it. He doesn't even have it set up to make money.
Well, then he's an idiot, like you said.
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
Bless America.
Oh, fuck.
And then before I went out with him, I like messaged that Matt guy because he was like, how's your day going? I'm like, why are you messaging me now? I'd have gone out with you instead of this other dingbat.
Well, you didn't tell him that.
I said, so far so good. How about yourself? I said, do you have anything going on this weekend? He said, I'm glad it's the weekend. No specific plans, just trying to rest and recover a little. How about you? Honestly, I'm in a have a few cocktails and make out with some great kissing kind of mood, but that is not currently possible with like this laughing face. And here's my dumbass. I'm like, okay, I really like this guy. So I'm like, well, I'm pretty busy till Wednesday with several projects. Wish I was going out for cocktails, but if you're interested, we can do another day and meet. He said, absolutely, that would be great. I'd love to meet for a cocktail sometime. And after last night, I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, he might be different. Or why don't you, like, FaceTime him or talk to him on the phone?
Oh, for fuck's sake, because I'm exhausted at this point.
You're exhausted. I've been doing this longer than you.
I'm not built for this.
I'm not built for this either.
I'm just thinking somebody just needs to knock on my door and just be the perfect person and just fucking walk in. And I'll be like, okie dokie.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking the same thing. But I get reminders of all of my friends getting, you know, nice dates and nice men. Like my friend Carrie. You know, I went out on a couple dates with her and we decided to be friends. And I'm like, what for? You know, I didn't really get an explanation of what her type is. She likes to dance. I like to dance. Now she's graduated to like a dance studio, and I thought that would be fun. You know, I know how to do all that shit. But now she's got a boyfriend, and I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with me when I'm not supposed to be thinking about that at all?
Right.
It's like, how are these other women getting men, and I'm still not good enough? I'm good enough to be your pal and your friend and somebody to bounce ideas off of, but it doesn't go beyond that.
Right.
And I'm thinking, am I fat and disgusting? And I'm like, no.
No.
Am I too ugly? And I'm like, I'm average, so no.
No.
Am I not exciting enough? I do a lot of shit. And
You're like, I do a lot of shit.
yeah, I do.
I know, it's the way you said it. You crack me up.
Whatever. You would say the same thing.
I do a lot of shit.
Yeah, you would use the choice swear words, right?
But yeah, well, that's me.
Right. And I'm like, it's not like I'm not fun. So what the fuck is wrong with me?
Nothing.
And I'm not stupid either. I know how to treat a woman. I hear all these horror stories, and again, I'm thinking, okay, so what's wrong with me? My sister's boyfriend uses her for dinners and everything else. When he makes 80,000 a year, and my sister makes less than 20,
Oh, God.
and her boyfriend's borrowing from her,
Oh, Lord Jesus.
and I'm like, fuck, they're dating, so what's wrong with me?
Are you kidding me? I look at some of these women and I'm like, how the fuck are you married? And now I'm just sitting here going, what the fuck just happened? Or, my favorite was, and I have to remember this, and this is what I have to keep telling myself. I have to remember that when I was married, I was looking at some of these people going, how are you getting laid? And I'm married.
Yeah. Well, that's another Tom issue.
And I'm just going, what the fuck? I used to look at Tom and go, fuck, they're fucking 60 years old and having sex.
Yeah, because they're communicating. Tom doesn't know how to. He chooses to disconnect from life and not share with the only person that has his back. You know what I mean?
No, he'd have rather just been on his fucking computer doing it himself.
Right, but if he were to emotionally connect, mentally connect, he wouldn't have to do that at all. Because you would be more attractive than these fake women that he can't have on the internet. Yeah, most people don't understand the connection aspect of it.
No, and when it was there, it was always like, there were certain things Tom liked that were, I don't know, kind of fucked up in my head, but whatever, I don't fuck, to each their own, I don't give a fuck, but then he would get like really fucking weird, and then it was like, there was only a certain way for him, and it was like, dude, what the fuck? This isn't a fucking movie. Like, okay, in the beginning, whatever, like, listen, we were young, it was new, it was like all kinds of crazy, stupid shit, whatever. But then it was kind of like, hello, I'm right fucking here. And that happened many, many, many years ago, that he started acting all fucking, like I said, yes, I fucked up. But I also had a husband who didn't touch me for 8 fucking years beforehand. Not that that is in any way, shape, or form a reason. Is it what probably pushed me somewhere else? Yes, that's not his fault. That was my choice. I 100% understand and accept that.
Yeah, but
I also 100% understand the realization that I sat down and had a discussion with him about it and said, listen, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me or why you look at me like I'm not good enough for that, but this is a massive problem. You're fucking with my head. I don't, you need to either fucking tell me what the issue is, because you're going to fucking push me into somebody. Like, that's the point where I'm at. And it's not about the act anymore at this point.
yeah,
Like, you have my head fucked up.
well, it's hard to deal with selfish people. That's the thing.
And he said to me, well, did you? And I said, no, I haven't. And I did not at that moment, or in that time, no. But then I did. And I know it fucked him up. It fucked him up big time. But now to think back to, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, probably fucks me up more than what I think I fucked him up.
I don't know. For me, I'm just the opposite. See, I gotta please her before I even attempt to get off, because otherwise it doesn't work.
Right.
And if somebody's selfish, it's just, I don't know. It's just it doesn't work.
It wasn't even like, I think about it now and I'm like, I told him, I said, how am I supposed to be with somebody else knowing, like, so just find somebody. I can't find somebody on a certain level because
You gotta look for the qualities that you're looking for. Like, if you're a giver, you also need a giver.
Right.
So you're chasing after each other instead of one person chasing and the other one looking the other way.
Right.
So you saying you don't have a type, you do. I can make a list of what qualities you're looking for, and that's your type.
I don't even know my fucking type. How are you supposed to know my type?
Oh, fine. I can read through that. I mean, you started to give a list yourself, starting with what, Jason Momoa?
Oh, God. That's not a type. That's okay, he's hot. Well, so is Dr. Dre. Well, so is fucking...
No, that's something to put on your list. The collection of the list is your type.
What do you mean?
Like, you need somebody that's giving. You need somebody that has a look that you're attracted to. Everybody needs to have some kind of attraction, right? So
Okay.
you listed the people that you're attracted to. And
Well, that's way the fuck in, like, every other fucking direction. So there is no, like...
well, no, if you isolate it with physical attraction, you're just looking at them. This is the type of person you like, regardless of how many different looks you're looking
But
for.
I don't have it. You could be bald. You could have dark hair. You could have light hair. You could have
Yeah,
long hair.
it's the
short
collection
hair.
of characteristics. Yes, it doesn't have to be physical features, but certain physical features are you're attracted to, right?
Not really.
Like, would you be more attracted to somebody that has a lot of tattoos rather than none?
I mean, I like tattoos, but it doesn't mean I won't. Tom never had a tattoo. Doesn't even like them.
Right.
And I, believe it or not, I was attracted to Tom.
Exactly. It's how they carry themselves. It's the collection of that list of characteristics that you're attracted to. Nobody puts this shit in black and white besides myself. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I can make a list, but that doesn't mean
I
that...
could put 10 guys in front of you, and you could talk to every one of those 10 guys, and I guarantee you, you wouldn't peg the one I was attracted to.
Well, of course, because I can't relate to people that you're attracted to.
So
That's
how can you tell me what I'm attracted to? Or
because
tell me what my type is?
you started to make a list. After all these talks, yeah, and those dates that you've been on, you listed a lot of things that you don't like. So there's certain key things that you get triggered with. So we can put that on your list.
Oh my god.
And that collection is the person that you're looking for.
Well,
I mean, an obvious one is you don't like men that are creepy. Let's take that off your list. Some people are attracted to creepy people.
what?
That's just an example. An extreme example.
Yeah, I can do creepers.
You said you can?
Can't do creepers.
Right. I don't think you can do people that are not family oriented.
No, I can't.
You can't do people that abuse animals.
Nope.
But you dated Tom, and he shoots them.
I can accept hunting, just not as a fun fucking sport just to do it.
Exactly. So we add those specifics to your list. Doesn't it make sense? There's certain things that you would accept and certain things that you won't. It's like there's a lot of red flags that trigger while you're talking to somebody. It's like, oh, I don't like this characteristic about you, so you're out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or because you send me videos of somebody's head getting blown off, he thinks that you might be interested. Maybe
I'm interested in his job and what he does. I get that it's all special effects, makeup and shit. That's what he does. I like that. I think it's cool. Do I want to look at fucking a realistic picture of like somebody's fucking head being blown off? No. Like last night he was showing me pictures of kids that were like fucking stabbed and their fucking faces were torn off. I was like, dude, kids takes it a little too far for me. But I get it. Like the kids were laughing and smiling. Like he was showing me videos and shit. Okay, cool. Like that I can handle, but don't send me pictures of that shit. However, I was interested in his job. I thought what he did was cool. I love fucking horror movies. I love that you had a movie collection. He literally, though, like, messaging me, I loved everything about it. Like, he's like, I am obsessed with hoodies. I love hoodies. He loves fucking haunted houses. He loves fall. He loves this. Like, it literally everything was there. I fucking met him, and within, like, seconds, I realized there was no fucking personality whatsoever. And I was like, okay. And I thought, maybe it's just my nerves. Maybe it's just me. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, just let it go. Just let it go. Go have dinner and, trying to keep a positive fucking outlook on it. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is going to be the longest dinner of my fucking life.
Well,
Because,
isn't this the same guy that's an IT guy?
yeah.
Yeah, so you got to understand that IT guys that just work by themselves, they don't have a personality. So
Well,
there's
great.
certain.
So this other guy that I messaged is an IT guy too.
Well, it
This
depends what.
fat guy that's talking about going out for cocktails. He's a managing director at Healthcare IT.
Okay, so that might be different. So if he's managing, he's got to have a personality in order to go through customer service. A lot of these guys don't, depending on what part of IT he's in. So again, we can add that to the list. They have to have a personality. I mean, there's these little things that at least I look for. I mean, as a forensic psychologist, I look at every single detail, every motion of what somebody makes, and I can read it. And every time that I read a reaction, it's always the same effect, if that makes sense. So for me, I love people watching. I love meeting people, even though I'm tired of dating, I'm tired of the accusations, I'm tired of the nitpicking, I'm tired of the woman saying, "You don't wash your hair because it looks greasy." I mean, it looks greasy because of the stuff I put in my hair. I want it to look this way because I like looking like 60s. Yeah, so all the gel and all the stuff that they put in their hair, that looks disgusting to you?
No, because now you just made me think of Fonzie, and I love Fonzie.
I think of Fonzie now and his old looking ass. It's not the same guy. Oh my god. So just tell me you don't like that look. Don't tell me that I've never washed my hair.
Right.
Or I'm going to start nitpicking at you and telling you all your flaws. And I flip it back at, okay, let's practice tact. You don't know how to do that? Okay, well, that's something on my list that we're not compatible with, so you're out. Yeah, so I can imagine what they're going to be like if I dated them. They'll be nitpicking at me. They'll be, oh, go wash your hair. I mean, my hair looks like crap when it's windblown. I mean, my fucking hair looks like a wig. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want that look.
Right.
Fuck. I don't know. It's almost like common sense isn't as common anymore.
Nope.
You want to be selfish, you can take it over there. There's the door. Next. And for me, looking back at these dates, it makes me laugh. And guess what? 6 years later, she's still on the internet. She's still on Tinder. She's still on the same websites. And she hasn't changed her picture in 6 years.
She's still on Tinder?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. What, does she get off on that shit?
No, that just tells me, well, that says something about me too. Because I'm still on the same websites, but I changed my picture.
Right.
But that means nobody can put up with her. And I'm thinking to myself, nobody can put up with me either. But I'm not that hard to live with at all.
My daughter-in-law just sent me. Yeah, it's been too long for the silent treatment to continue, in my opinion, but I guess that's what happens when you make choices that go against everything you have ever preached in your life and don't want to take accountability for your own actions, and it's just disappointing.
Yep, exactly what I've been preaching. So then I got a choice. Do I settle?
No, I don't think you settle. I think...
I mean, I don't have a choice. I don't think.
Yes, you do. You have a choice. So here's my take. Am I allowed to say my take on how I feel about what you're looking for?
No, you're not allowed.
I'm not.
Just
I won't
kidding. I'm kidding.
I think that, which is probably what I do too, and I get it. To an extent, I do get it. So just understand, I understand. However, I think you compare, maybe because you still have feelings, maybe because you're so butthurt, I really don't know.
No, it's not true.
I think it's a little bit of both, but I think you compare too much to, like, trying to find somebody just like Beth.
No, that's not true. It's not really about Beth. It's about your character. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about having the common things that we can do together to have fun. It's not anything about, yeah, I want to go date somebody that likes to cheat on me. No,
No, I don't mean that.
I know what you mean, but I can take it to extremes. Like Tom would nitpick, but no, I like the qualities that I like. I like somebody that's into stuff that I'm into as well. So we can both have fun for the life of the relationship. I don't think that's a bad thing to ask for.
No, it's not. So then, how strung up are you on, like, okay, because I know you're like, okay, it's all these older women, right? But how strung up are you on, like, physical attraction?
Well, I have to have some kind of attraction. But
Correct.
just like you, I don't care if you're anorexic. I don't care if you're over 300 pounds because my son's mother is,
Gotcha.
and I dated her.
Gotcha.
It's about your personality.
Right.
It's about, do you really know how to communicate? Do you have my back like I would have your back?
Right.
But you can't see that on a profile.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but most people my age, I can't relate because, in a sense, I'm a '90s kid.
Right.
I'm not a '60s, '70s, or '80s anything because
No. Right.
I don't care for those eras that much. I mean, in a sense, even back then, I was stuck in the digital age where I played video games all day and those were my friends.
Right.
Of course, nowadays a lot of kids are like that now. And
Yeah, they are.
I can relate.
Tom did that for years and years and years. Then it was Pokemon. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it wasn't just Pokemon. It was spending a shit ton of money on Pokemon.
Well, shit, I still play Pokemon Go,
Yeah, well,
and that's different. I mean, I used to collect the cards because my sons did.
I used to play Pokemon Go too, but I mean, when I say he spent money, I mean he spent Muku money.
Oh, yeah, that's over the top for me.
Mm-hmm. But he spent money on everything, and that's the thing that makes me so fucking angry. Like, all this money that you fucking spent through this whole fucking marriage,
Well,
and how many times I pulled us out of it, and this is what you're gonna do to me? Go fuck yourself.
yeah, but this is kind of a way of him reaching out to try to be liked when he never was. Like if you explained, he has the biggest and best thing, people are going to look and say, hey, that's cool. And then he's going to have a draw of people trying to like him when he doesn't have a likable personality.
Right.
So he's trying to fit in wherever he can fit in, whether it's four-wheelers or Pokemon. He's going to do it. That's his way because he doesn't know anything else.
Right.
So does it sound like I'm going in the wrong direction of all my thoughts?
And all your thoughts about what?
About who Tom is, at least.
No.
Yeah, because it's stuff that you see. It's not put together and presented in the way that I present it, maybe? Yeah, because he wants the attention the way he wants the attention,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
And the way you did it, he's not used to it. He's not used to talking. He's not used to communicating because nobody ever taught him.
Nope. That's for damn sure.
Or he's reluctant to pick it up and want to use it
Right.
because all these other things have been working for him.
Right.
So this comes back to another saying that I keep on hearing. People say relationships are hard. And for me, they're not.
You're not supposed to be.
Yeah. Because, I never fought. I never fought with Beth. Beth chose to fight with me. And she brought up stuff. And I'm like, why are you thinking that way? And I'm like, oh, I know why you're thinking that way. It's because you're insecure, you're jealous, and you're selfish. And I accepted that. I'm like, I'm okay. Maybe I can teach her the right way of going about things. But of course, those kind of people, you can't suggest or tell them what to do.
Right.
Because then you sound controlling when they want to be the people that are in control.
Right.
But it's just a suggestion. I'm not trying to control anything.
Right.
But I'm sure Tom would say, and Beth would say, "You're just trying to fight with me."
Yep.
And I'm like, "No, I'm not. Just making a suggestion. I want to communicate. I want to learn what your love language is. And then once you learn what their love language is, it's still not good enough because there's other missing pieces. I mean, it just seems to go around in circles. So it's easier to leave than to deal with themselves."
Right.
That concludes this episode of Dating and Relationship Advice. And we'll see you next time. Bye.